Welcome to Field of Jokes, where comedians break down sports films and we give you our uncensored hot takes. And we got a big movie here, a classic, American classic here. But before we get into the great movie, The Blind Side, we got comedian Lamar Mitchell.
Hey, what's up, my brother?
What's up? Here, you gotta speak a little more. There we go.
There we go. We got to bring that voice in, right? Yeah, man, I'm doing good, man.
Good.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad you picked this movie. I always like the guests to pick the movie so they're comfortable talking about it. And you got that silky smooth voice. Okay. Yeah, you can hear that? So if you're in a car right now.
Yeah, just listen to that smooth jazz.
Oh, shit. Yeah, what's up jazz instead of playing? Yeah, we're going to have you count down to the post, and you just do jazz intros.
That's right.
I like this.
Just throwing them out there. Well, they call me the voice to get you moist, for the ladies out there. No.
There you go. You know who else is getting people moist out there is Michael Orr.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know. There wasn't a lot of talk about that.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just checking. I'm just trying to lead in. I'm not good at this. No, The Blind Side, 2009, starring Sandra Bullock, who has been a crush of mine since a young lad.
Yeah. I think Sandra's hot. She's, what was this, Speed?
Speed,
that was the one that I remember initially from her. And, she's been pretty cool. She actually surprised me.
Yeah, in this movie? Yeah. She's an amazing actress, and she won the Oscar, so I guess there'll be no criticism of acting in this one because the Academy said we were wrong. But no, she was great. It takes place, it was made in 2009, takes place more in 2004, 5-ish era, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
And it is a movie about a young man, Michael Orr, but he's not the star of the film. He is not the star.
Nah.
The star is Leanne.
Yeah, the mom. Sandra Bullock. She was the star of the show. She ran the ship.
She did.
She ran the ship. She basically was the tyrant of the house.
Yes. What's his name? Tim McGraw had no balls in this. Not at all. But he was a likable guy. Like I said, and this movie has star power. We've got Sandra Bullock, Lily Collins, and Tim McGraw's hairpiece. This is... It was very distracting. Can I say a great movie, great acting on his?
Yeah.
Were you looking at that the whole time?
You know what? Now I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
Yes, I'm in my 40s, so I'm obsessing about things like that now. And but yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, keep seeing it. It's like a Saturday Night Live sketch or something.
Oh wow!
But yeah, that was pretty on there. But basically, they're a very well-to-do family in Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, one quick thing. Yeah, this movie, as we spoke about, won an Oscar for Sandra Bullock. It was a big hit.
Yeah.
It made $309 million at the box office.
Yep.
So that's like almost superhero level back in those days, 2009.
It really was.
Yeah.
Some controversy about it today, but we'll talk about it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Well, a little tease. It's a little tease. The movie is very inspirational of helping a young man from the. Was a foster kid, no parents.
Did he not have parents? I thought he had a mom or something like that.
But she wasn't around much.
Yeah,
he was shipped from home to home, I guess. But had an inspirational story where he was taken into a lovely home full of love and things worked out for him. But we found out later in real life, in recent news, he's a little pissed, and we're going to get into that. So...
Yeah, they took the little black boy and gentrified him.
That's we got a lawyer saying, "Where the fuck is this cash at? Something's a little low here, Michael." And he's like, "What the fuck?" Well, as we know, Michael Orr, the famous left tackle for the Ravens, had a long NFL career. He made a lot of money in the NFL, but this movie, which is pretty much about him, he got stiffed a few bucks. And the family, it was. We'll talk about it later. The family, before we. See, I wanted to like the family, but then I heard the current story. I hate them now. A conservatorship like Britney Spears had. Yeah, like there's a scene because he had no parents really, so they adopt him. Adopt him, be his legal caretakers.
They tried to gentrify him,
yes.
Jeff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the first person that white people tried to gentrify. You know what I mean? They was like, we can gentrify neighborhoods, businesses, areas, but we're going to try to gentrify this black man.
It's
and it backfired.
Up. It backfired. He made some money, but now he's fighting back.
Yeah.
See, there you go. I probably would not have been. I don't have the money to gentrify him, so I couldn't. I could not have adopted him. I'd be like, hey, do you like Cheez-Its? I'm gonna take you to public school. But this guy, Michael Orr, he's huge. Like he's a humongous kid. And like they said, he's beginning the movie. Well, we'll start off with the beginning of the movie, which I thought was great. They opened the movie with a historic football scene, the legendary injury. Blanking on the name. Lawrence Taylor did it to the guy. Joe Theismann.
Oh, yeah.
They opened the movie with scenes from that, why a left tackle is very important. Because, Joe Theismann got sacked by Lawrence Taylor, who we've mentioned many times on the show, and is one of the most gruesome football injuries in the history of the world, I would think. Mm-hmm. And they kind of showed it, but not too much.
Yeah, but they just wanted to get you in that
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job saying why left tackle is important. So from the beginning, we see a man's leg get twisted in real life the other way. And it was a fucked up injury. I mean, Lawrence Taylor even felt bad during it. Like he grabs his helmet, he felt bad. I mean, it's that's not good when you have a beast like Lawrence Taylor and he feels bad about an injury.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the opening damn scene.
Opening scene, we got Sandra Bullock explaining the position of left tackle and why they're the second most important position. Yeah,
so that kind of like puts you in the mindset of who this woman is.
Yes.
You know, who thinks like that?
Yeah, she's a football fan. And maybe she's been looking for somebody to cash in on, maybe. I don't know. Like, this is an opportunity.
Do you think she was actually like driving around black neighborhoods just looking for a lonely boy?
No, I don't think that. But I think when she saw him grow, got to be like 6'6" and weighed like 250, she's like, yeah, I think he can go to Ole Miss and we can make a couple bucks here. You know, I think
we're going to get our money back. Look, he's going to cost a lot to feed. You know what I mean? Because he's not an African. He is an African-American. I think it's like $3 a day over here. You know what I mean? It's 30 cents over there. What's the equivalent to 30 cents in American?
Well, they're rich because the dad owned Taco Bell franchises. So you can feed the kid for free, technically.
Facts.
They're like, why are you guys so rich? It's not her decorating business. It's the dad owned several.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he owned like 80 Taco Bell franchises in the lovely Tennessee area. But the movie starts out, he's just a kid, but like he needs to go to school obviously, and they have like a family friends like his mom's on crack and it's a typical story. And then they go to the coach's office, like he's a pretty big kid, and the coach is like I can't help it, I can't deal with admissions. And then he sees how huge he is, and he sees him playing basketball, and he's like, oh okay, he can come here. No doubt. The kid had it bad. Like he was even getting bullied in his neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like how can a kid that damn big get bullied? He had a big heart.
Big heart.
Big heart. I'm doing from Sopranos like Paul. He had a big fucking heart. And the crack dealers in the neighborhood, they're like kind of always on. I'm like, hey man, what's up? And he wouldn't join.
them. Yeah. They wanted him to be the enforcer.
And he would have been great at it. And later in the movie, which was a little unbelievable, but yes, but Michael Orr, he goes, the dickhead coach who didn't give a shit. He's like, get out of my, I don't want to hear about crackhead moms or whatever. And then he goes, oh, he's huge. Never mind, I want him to play football here. So they live to this private Christian school in the South.
Yeah.
And the educator's like, I don't know, his grades are horrible. There's no record of him. And they're being dicks.
Yeah.
But the coach did the thing. He goes, you see that behind me? It says Christian. This is a Christian school. We need to do the Christian thing and take this kid in. And it was like, no. Deep in his soul, you know what he wanted.
We know what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy now that you sit there and you really break it apart and you start pointing out the things that you know.
It's fucked up. I saw that. I was like, he's pulling a sales job. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, this is bad. He's just as bad as those guys.
Mm-hmm. I used to coach basketball. So it's like one of those things. When you see a kid like that, you can't coach height. You can't coach a person that big. So as soon as you see them, you're like, oh, man.
Yep.
Like I would be walking past kids in the grocery store, and this kid got a baby face, and I'm like, man, you 6'6". How old is you, kid? You play AAU? He's like, man, I'm 25 years old. old. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. You're like Mike Krzyzewski. I can't say it.
Yeah,
Or I'm trying to think of Bobby Knight. You're just looking at kids and thinking money right there.
You see it, you like cha-ching. Now, if I was smart, I would have got with a woman that was tall. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's a business investment.
Yes.
Like, for real.
I have a friend who's tall, and he sees chicks. He goes, imagine her height and my footwork. And because he played basketball, so he's always scouting. He should never get a woman pregnant. Oh, booty call is coming on. It's Leanne. Leanne Tucci. No, yeah, it's they obviously, like you said, you got the coach mindset, like, oh, this kid could help us win, and AAU, that's
AAU, man. Like you get in that coach mode, man, and it's just like no matter what, you're going to think like a coach.
You're building rosters.
And yeah, for real, man. Like, man, you can get a kid that is, bigger than what most kids are. And you like, I will build a team around that kid. I don't care. As long as you sign on, I got me an AAU team. You know what I mean? So,
there you go. And you fix the grades a little bit. Like, don't worry about class, kid. Don't worry about that. Yeah. But they're strict at this Christian school in Tennessee. But I love the coach. He's like, he needs this kid. He's like, oh, no, it says Christian. Like, okay, we'll do it.
Right.
But the problem is he's homeless, or he kind of lives with his mom, or in and out of homes.
Yeah, he lived with his mom, but he was basically in and out of homes. I think he was basically couch surfing type thing.
Yeah.
Then he befriended the little kid from school.
That's right, because he goes to school, and we'll just say it's a little racist in that town. We're going to be honest. This movie took place in the early 2000s, but there was true racism.
True.
There was
classism, racism, whatever you want to call it.
It was a private school, so they could get away with it. Then, if it was a public school, there'd be no problem. But yeah, he's the only black guy in the school, and everybody's like, oh, I'm not talking to him. And they give him the weird looks. The teachers, and this is the problem. There's a theme within this movie that drove me nuts. The teachers get annoyed because he doesn't talk or whatever, and the coach gets upset because he doesn't know how to play football. It's like, this is your job. Teach, coach. It's in the title. And you guys are frustrated. He can't do this? What the hell? Oh.
Jeff, you're starting to pick. Man, I'm going to go watch this movie again.
I felt
From
something.
Jeff's perspective, like, you know what? There are some butthead.
There are. The teachers with dicks. They're sitting there like he's in class. He's scared. He's in an environment he's never been in. And all these rich yuppie kids, and he still has his old shoes with holes in it. He's a little uncomfortable, and he's sad. And he's just sitting there. He gets this biology quiz. He has no idea his first day. Yeah. And the teacher's like, really? You're not going to do anything? And the kid, so he's uncomfortable. I mean, fucking put.
Culture shock.
Yeah, a huge culture shock. He goes, you'll love my ass when I bring home the state championship, but right now, you're like, fuck me.
Right.
But no, the teacher, she ended up being a good teacher later on. She actually cared, but and she was smoking hot. But basically, did you notice that too? Like the coaches and teachers did not want to help at all.
Yeah.
I got that vibe.
Yeah, I agree. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it was racism there. So you're going to sit there and you're going to think, do I really want to be around this kid? He smiles. Yeah. He smiles. He smiles.
Well, he does his laundry in the sink at the laundromat, waits till a lady goes away and puts his clothes into the dryer. Because he's homeless, people. And he's underage. This isn't his fault. This isn't him like, oh, he needs to get a job. He doesn't have anything. He's a child. I got angry. I'm sorry. My liberal guilt came in. I got, no.
But even at 16, somebody was like, he can be a security guard somewhere.
There was.
He can be a security guard at some place. Like,
not Sandra Bullock. No, she saw something. She saw he's a good boy. He's a good child. Yeah. Let's help this kid. Yeah, because this is the thing. Their daughter, Lily Collins, this is the main couple, Tim McGraw, Sandra Bullock, they're the Tucci's, right? Tucci's?
Yeah, Tucci's.
Tucci's, yeah. Leanna Tucci. And she's a good Christian woman. And they see this young boy, but because their young son befriended him, right? Exactly. Remember, he saw him at the playground. He wasn't scared of him. He's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Because he's kind of like that little dog in that Looney Tunes commercial where the dogs walk around, the little dog's next to him bouncing up and down. That's what that little kid was.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So, and then he goes in, and one of the things that Michael Orr was mad about, too, is the fact that the little boy was teaching him, like, you know what I mean? Like, people were teaching him stuff. He's like, y'all made me seem like I had a problem with learning or something. You know what I mean? And he was like, I was not this person.
Yeah.
But then again, you did enter into the contract of the movie, and now you're complaining. So maybe you did.
Yeah, maybe something. We had a time. It was 2:06 the movie, so 2 hours 6 minutes. They had to condense some things, but I did get that feeling. It was just good. That kid was nice and welcoming. Yeah. And but then one day after the volleyball game of the hot Lily Collins, Maron. Yeah. She's a smoker. Hey, you know who her dad is? Ooh. Phil Collins.
Oh, in real life?
In real life. Lily Collins' dad is Phil Collins.
Interesting.
That's right. She's better looking than him.
By far.
And she's a athlete. She's a cheerleader. She's a volleyball player. So they have a volleyball game at the school, this fancy Christian school they go to, and they see Michael, or it's like, I think it was like around Thanksgiving time. He's walking with he only has one shirt and a pair of shorts, and he's freezing.
Yeah, in the cold. I think it was raining, wasn't it?
Kind of. Just looked
kind
at
like
that
it was
southern mist. Like I used to live in Florida for a little bit, so I know that kind of cold where it's foggy. I was one of the good ones. Yeah. And she sees him walking, and the husband goes, "Hey, Big Mike," because everybody knows Big Mike. Where you going? I'm going to the gym. But basically, she's like, "No, screw that. Turn the car around. I'm taking you home."
Are you cold, Mike?
Yeah.
You want something to eat?
Yeah, he's cold. He's shivering with a shirt on when it's 30 degrees. You're a smart woman.
And this was pre-Paula Deen.
Yeah.
Too, so which means, she went home and cooked them some Paula Deen southern foods, you know what I mean? You like Paula Deen?
Yeah, she's delicious. Yeah, you did get that sense. You're like, this is okay. But I'm shocked to see like the husband. I mean, I seem like an old Southern guy like, what the fuck? But he's getting in my car. He gets in the back seat with my pretty white daughter. And you could see, I was like, well, okay.
Come on.
Yeah, in those, I wonder if the real scene was a little different in real life. I got a few rules for you. But they made it sound like, okay, dear.
He just looked straight that whole drive. Like, oh, so we're going to get him? We're picking him up?
Yeah, they knew. He kept it in. Yeah, he did.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that was true. There was something.
He's not sleeping upstairs.
Damn right he ain't. And I was shocked because I could see a guy of his Tim McGraw. I'm not blaming Tim McGraw, but a Southern man in those days. Like, you're going to bring this giant kid into our house. Okay.
Do you think he actually slept in the house the first night?
I don't know. That's the other. I mean, I could see a couch.
I'm thinking maybe not the garage if they had a basement.
Yeah, basement. I mean? Yeah,
but if they had a basement. That's definitely where he slept the first night.
I'd rather go to.
There's no way that big black dude slept by, like he said.
Oh, the daughter. Yeah,
there's no way. In Southern America.
Yeah, that I was shocked about.
Come on. Man.
Yeah, and it's funny. The husband's like, okay, he's all sweet about it, and then they're in bed, and she goes, "What if he steals something?" And I was like, "Oh, you're thinking about this an hour later? Well, he's in the bed by her daughter. You're worried about this now, lady?" But he's like, "Well, it's just one night." Like, he's all friendly about it. I'm wondering, I don't know.
You know what? He said, that wasn't steal something. What if he does something to our daughter?
Yeah. It's like,
They had to water it down for the movie. Yeah,
they did. They didn't want to get the use certain words. It'd be funny if Michael Hurt came in, nah, she got no ass. And then, don't worry about that.
You know where I'm from in Memphis?
Yeah. He's like, no. Later on in the movie, he sees the ladies at Ole Miss, and he's happy, so that was more his speed.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lily Collins, very attractive girl, but very thin. Yeah, she nothing in the trunk. Trying to be hip. But yeah, he spends the night and didn't steal anything. In fact, not only did he not steal anything, he was a great house guest.
He was.
He folded all the sheets.
All of the sheets.
Perfect.
Here you go, ma'am.
Yeah, you didn't even say that. She's walking out there. She's like, Michael, where are you? And he wasn't out. He was outside leaving. He folded her sheets. Yeah, you racist bitch. Yeah, I stole this. Fuck you. He stole our hearts is what he stole.
You know what? Thank you for the night. I know my place. I'm going to leave here.
It was very much that. She's like, no, Michael, you stay. You need a home. And she goes,
sign this contract.
Yeah. I have a feeling you're going to make us some money. More than this Taco Bell bullshit. And yeah, she's like, boy, you're very tall. Do you play football? And it's but he couldn't play until he got his grades up.
Yeah.
and we had to get him out of his shell. And the teachers kind of start helping a little bit.
They was on that boy. They was helping that boy.
Oh yeah, they knew.
They were putting in time with him.
They played the long game.
Yeah, they was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they could see a day 1 pick in the NFL draft. They knew he was destined for that.
All we need to do is get him to a C.
Yeah, see, that's all you needed from the guy. It's like he can do it. Oh, and then they're seeing the teachers who seem to have trouble actually doing their job, which is teaching. They just get frustrated. Because I deep down, hey, I'm just saying, I think there was some racism. They didn't like this kid in their school, and
not at first, and they just saw that he was a big teddy bear.
That's what he is, and I was like, well, wait till you see him play football. But so he tries out for football, spring practice. He made his grades, and before that, there was an interesting scene too when he to celebrate that he made grades to be able to participate in spring football. They took him to a fancy restaurant in Memphis, and they had a good time. It was very nice. But then he's leaving. He sees a busboy in there, and he recognizes him.
Yeah.
And he goes in there, and he hugs him there, and the parents are like, who is that? And then in the car, after he hugs him, a probably 20-minute talk, they're leaving. They go, who is that boy you talked to in there? First off, honey, that's not a boy. It's a grown-ass man. He had a mustache. Right. He goes, that's my brother. And I guess he has like 10 or 12, they said.
Yeah. He had a bunch of brothers and siblings. And was he the oldest? Because I thought at one point he was supposed to be taking care of them. Wasn't that the case?
I don't know, because there's always that flashback scene that he has, those visions of him getting taken away by like the foster.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So there really wasn't much on that. Like she goes to the office. What's it? Some government office. It was like trying to get something. Not this before trying to adopt him or something. Just like be in charge of him so he can get insurance or whatever. And she goes into this federal government building, and it's long lines, and she goes up there, excuse me, I've been waiting 1 hour to get some help. Pulling the white Karen bullshit in there.
Yep.
And the lady behind the counter, excuse me, and it got intense. It's like, you're mismatched here, Leanne.
Tried to flex. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that white woman bullshit was not going to work there.
It was not happening, but she did. Like, do you know how many, you ate at our establishment last night? Where Taco Bell up there and over there off of me. What is it? MLK? That's us.
There sure is a couple streets like that in Memphis, I assume. Yeah, I'm sure there is. And she finally got in. She goes, it's a federal government office, and it was during the Bush administration, so there probably wasn't a lot of funding, so there's going to be long lines. But but she goes in there and finds out, he has 12 brothers and sisters. They don't know his real name. He never has a birth certificate. They don't know his father. So it's just a shit show for this poor kid.
Yeah. That's some shit.
Yeah, but hey, we found out he had a brother, and he hasn't seen him in a while. But then this thing, he goes to first spring practice, and he's bigger than all these pieces of shit in that team. He's humongous. Problem is, he doesn't know how to play football. Like he's an offensive lineman, so he's not only he's grabbing people and like throwing them to the ground. Mm-hmm. And the coach is getting angry. No, you just got. It's like, coach, that's your job. Get out there, show him.
Yeah.
It's like you have this kid that is massive in size. Do you think it would hit you? Have you ever played football? No. Oh, okay. Well, let me show you some techniques here. Yeah. Right? I don't know.
Yeah. Instead of just automatically assuming that he's going to do what he's supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, the coach saw him come in. He walks into practice. He's like, oh, he's going to make me famous or something like that. Yeah. And it was like, okay.
And then he saw him, and then, I mean, you'll get annoyed by it to a certain degree, but you do got to do some teaching, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the kid wasn't the brightest.
No.
He was not the brightest. You know what I mean? But also that wasn't what he was doing. That wasn't what he was doing before this family.
No, he wasn't going to school.
He was actually just surviving.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all he knew. So yeah, you would assume that they would do some teaching.
Yeah, a good coach would sit you down and be like, okay, tell me what's been going on in your life, and because you could tell this kid's your meal ticket as well.
You don't have a dad, so who was teaching you football?
Yeah. I never played football, coach. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let me explain it to you. I don't know, something like that. This is another beautiful scene in the movie, because this is before the football, because he meets them around Thanksgiving, right? And they're at Thanksgiving dinner, and they're all watching football and the several TVs, and it's time for dinner for Thanksgiving, and obviously she's not a good housewife, because he goes, thank your mom for going to the store and picking this all up, and I thought that was funny. But and he's like putting rolls in his pocket, it's like he has it. No, this is all yours, kid. But everybody gets their food, sits down, watches football around the TV. He sits at the table and eats like a civilized human being. And she's impressed by it.
Yeah.
She's like, no, everybody get your ass out here. We're all doing this together.
We're all sitting here together. Yeah.
And they lived and they did it like a family, and he civilized them a little bit.
Yeah, and that was interesting too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact that he sat at the table like, I've never sat at a table before, so
Yeah.
man, I'd have been watching TV with the rest of them. Like, man, what is this?
Yeah, you fucking what is this game they're playing that you're forcing me to get into to make you rich? Yeah, it's like they all went around and it's like you don't have to steal the rolls. You can eat them. Those are yours.
Those are yours. Take them out of your pockets and put them on this table.
Take the whole basket. The family's dicks if they get mad at you for that, by the way. But it's a real Thanksgiving. They say grace. It was like, all right, he civilized you fucks for a little bit.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
That's usually how it is, though. You know what I mean? That balance where you can learn anything from anybody.
Right.
You know, rich, poor, old, young.
Exactly.
You know, black, white.
It was a moving scene, just sitting there at the table by himself, and it was just like sad. The guy who played him, which I don't have his name up, great actor. I thought he killed it, the role.
Did he do anything after that? I don't think I've seen him.
I was mainly focused on Sandra Bullock's ass. I gotta tell you, in those tight pants. That's my bad, guys. I'll take the hit on this one.
Maybe they found him the same way those people found Michael Orr. They was driving around the park and they saw this little bucket. Do you want to act?
Yeah, just look sad the whole movie.
We'll adopt you.
Yeah.
We'll adopt
but sign
you.
this first.
Yeah.
We won't adopt you. We'll kind of be guardians, but just sign this.
He's
right
gonna
here.
be an actor. He's gonna play the guy from the Green Mile.
Oh,
play
hey, boss.
All of the big guys. All of the big guys.
Oh, yeah.
Suge Knight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they could make a movie, a modern movie about that whole because the Tupac guy got arrested.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, Scorsese, get on this. But this kid, he's big, but he okay. Well, here's the thing: he's in practice. He doesn't know. I don't know. He's not soft. He's just never played. All right, and but he's got the strength and whatever.
Yeah.
And she's at the practice. Leanne, the mom, Sandra Bullock, and she knows how to get into his head. And the coach is just screaming, doing nothing. She goes up to Michael Orr, and tells him, you're the left tackle. It's your job to protect the quarterback. And the quarterback is your family. The running back is your family. And that works for him. And all of a sudden, boom, he's knocking motherfuckers over.
Yep. I remember that. And that's the thing about it, though. You got to find some connection. Yeah. And the connection was family.
Exactly. Because they did a test, they said, because when he's in the homes, whatever, that he scored high on protecting families. Like he was very big, and that meant a lot to him or whatever. So maybe the coach again should have probably asked, "What's your background, son?" Because he likes saying "son," like that Southern dick. And look, look, I tell you, Leanna, she deserved a few bucks then in that case because she got the dog.
She
out
did.
Of him. Yeah,
she did. And yeah.
Oh,
she did deserve a lot of credit for his career.
Yeah, give him a little bit.
And depending on how much he gave her and gave back, she might deserve, a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, pay her back for the clothes. I mean, that's something. I mean, she bought him clothes, which could be and back in those days an NCAA violation. But she.
That's how you avoid them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that was their plan, as we find out later.
That's smart.
But that's another great scene. He only has one pair of clothes, and she's like, "I'm gonna take you shopping. I'm gonna show you how it's done."
But first, we got to go down and get you in custody or whatever.
Yeah, get custody, and then she goes to his old neighborhood with him, which was one of my favorite parts. Because you know how he's shy and quiet.
Gangsters and stuff.
Yeah, she's in the car. She goes, "I'll go with you," and he's like, he was from like, "Bitch, stay in the car." He didn't say it like that, but like he slammed on the lock, "Stay in the car," because he's soft and sweet until that moment. He knew.
But of course, she ain't gonna listen to that.
No, she stayed that time.
The second time.
The second time she did not listen. And, she's got some balls. But those guys saw her, and because he sees them walking up to the door trying to find his mom, and they're like, "Oh, who's that?"
Yeah.
And she fine. I'm like, "Yes, she is. Yes, she is."
That's crazy though, because I'm sure it was an all-black neighborhood, and that's how it is sometimes. When you see a white woman, like, oh.
She pulls up in the BMW, and they're all sitting there outside. They're like, "Oh," they got all quiet. They're all looking. And you can tell the guy who's the leader is like, "This guy's trouble." Whoever that actor was great.
Yep. Who was it, the actor? Because it's on the tip of my tongue, because that's what I was thinking, the dude that played it. It wasn't Mike Epps, was it? No.
It was
Who was that guy?
I should have. I like I said, I was solely fixated on Sandra Bullock's.
Sandra's.
Ass and Lily Collins, who was legal at the time of the movie was made. But yeah, that guy, obviously he runs the neighborhood and he's wondering why, hey, Michael, why don't you stick around? You get work here, you can make money. And I'm like, it doesn't look like you're doing too well. I don't know. Neighborhood, want to get out of this place. It looked pretty rough. But yeah, he was right, stay in the car. And they're like telling how fine she is and stuff. I'm like, that's why you stay in the car. You be Swiss cheese. If
Yeah,
they were
definitely.
But he saw his mom was evicted. And that began the wheel rolling. And she did good things because the husband was just pretty much a bystander. Nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was just being supportive of his wife. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then sometimes in those roles like that, that's how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I make the money. My wife runs the business.
Yeah.
You know, it's my business. I do the grunt of the stuff, but you know what I mean? She's going to be the spokesperson.
Yeah, she was the alpha in that house, I would say.
She was.
And she was carrying. She bought him a bed like he never had a bed before in his life.
Oh, man.
But here's the thing, she took him clothes shopping. That was my favorite. Into the Big and Tall store in his old neighborhood. And he picked out the shirt he wants. She goes, you want to wear that? And they're like old rugby shirts. They got color. They pop.
Yeah.
She didn't like that. But hey, it was nice shirts.
Mm-hmm.
The collar, it looked good.
Yeah.
What do you think of the shirts? I didn't think they were bad at all. I didn't know what her problem was.
I thought they were all right.
Yeah. He just liked them. He's like, hey, they're colorful. He looked.
This is what I want to wear.
I can't do horizontal.
We don't know about that. You look like a traffic sign or something.
One time, you look like a bumblebee. The kid said, "It's like, no, he looked good. I thought he did. He had a collar shirt. It was looking nice. I'm sorry. This thing called style, and they don't do it in the.
They don't do that now.
Not in the burbs, I guess. I like exactly. Look at me. I just wear a black T-shirt to hide belly fat. Yeah, so we got that, and fish out of water story. But, he learns to play football. The first game he plays, he's a little nervous. That's got to be nerve-wracking. Crowd. They're a rich Christian school, private school, but they're playing the Rednecks. Yeah, those guys. Yeah. They're coming out like, their fans are at the game. And there's one guy, one of the fathers.
Yeah.
Didn't hold back his views, which I'll tell you why I thought was a little weird. Me explain. Okay, so you play football. Obviously your son plays football. You're aware of football. You're aware that there's black men that play football, and they were shocked there was a black man playing in the game.
Yeah,
like this is 2006. This isn't 1942.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
the son is super racist. All of y'all, you're like, you've never seen this before,
right?
Not in Mississippi.
Yeah, like no here. You got him on the team? What is this? He said, there was a line. What is this, the circus?
Oh.
Yeah, the redneck dad said that.
Yeah.
And then she's like looking behind the stands. It's like, I just couldn't believe that. This wasn't like the 40s or 30s. I'm like, you've watched football. You guys are obsessed with college football. That whole culture in the South. You've seen black men play football. It's I was just shocked. I was just like, maybe this was a little over the top. I don't know, maybe. I'm sure
it probably was. And a lot of it, like, I really want to know the real story.
Yes.
Because it's like all of the things that y'all pointing out, it just seems like you just put this together like this. You know what? Take that out and put this. This sounds better.
Yeah.
It flows better.
Yeah. It flows better, yeah. Because usually those like fancy like Catholic schools or Christian schools, they recruit players. Like remember like Kevin Garnett. I think he went to some fancy Catholic prep school in Chicago, but he was from South Carolina. Like they recruit, So I'm surprised they're all shocked about all this. Like
but then again, also, they're in the South.
Yeah,
you're talking about a Christian school, and then you playing. Like, man, Southern rednecks.
Yeah, this is the heart of.
Like, like and they probably were a Christian school.
Yeah, they probably but they were like trashy. The fans were trashy, and the uppity, the Christian school people like Bullock. They're like, look at these people. Like both of you are assholes. It's in the end. But yeah, I just thought that was weird. They were shocked about this. Like I was like, this is 2005 or 6.
Yeah, that was wild. But in some scenarios, in some cases, they don't have prom still to this day that are.
Probably put your mic a little high.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, some like now to this day, it's still proms that aren't. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
It's white prom and black prom.
Oh shit! Really?
For real. In Texas and some other places, man. Like, yeah.
Oh, I thought that would be illegal. Is that in public school? Or?
Well, because the thing is, though, it's smaller towns that have always been like that. So it's like, we're not about to change anything that we're doing, you know. And then the backlash that they get from having them, you know, co-mingle, it's not worth it.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Like, literally starting freaking race wars type stuff.
Move to the city, people.
Facts.
Just get out. Get out of the sticks.
Yeah.
I know we have traditions out here. I'm like, yeah, well, you're not allowed to behead people in public anymore either. There's things you just got to move on from. And wow, I did not know that. Okay, so maybe that's what the school is like.
South is crazy, man.
Yeah.
There's still parts of America that white people are like, man, I've never seen a black person. Like, for real?
Oh, really? In the South? You think?
Probably in the South, but I mean, like, probably even like the Dakotas and stuff like that. Billings. No, not Billings, Montana. They got a fentanyl problem out there. So.
Yeah, they got a. Well, I'm sure they haven't seen a human being other than like 2 or 3 people. But yeah, so they play in this team, and Michael Oher is, you know, he's nervous. He's not used to this. The defensive lineman is racist, screaming slurs. It was definitely PG down, as you could tell.
Man,
you could tell. I'm sure he said much worse, but they calmed it down for him. So we got white people coming to this movie. We don't want to give them ideas.
We want them to leave.
Yeah, we want them to stay in the theater. But yeah, this kid, and eventually Michael Oher gets it together. What they mentioned? Did somebody say something about his mom? Because he got to the protecting family thing. Or the coach maybe finally caught on.
I forgot what happened. It was either something with somebody on the team, and then that protective thing came in where he felt like, oh, man, I got to block, or I got to, you know, make sure that I'm protecting the team. What was it? Was it a block type thing?
Yeah.
Because how did he lay that dude out?
Yeah, that's the thing. The coach, I think, put the protecting thing.
Oh,
he goes, get in your head. I don't care. You protect them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, protect he's the quarterback. And
protect the quarterback.
And then Michael Oher runs in the huddle. He calls the play. He goes, we're doing this. It's a run play. And the quarterback's, okay, you know, because he's an idiot. And it's like, your left tackle's calling plays. But he said, no, run it. He was like, I'm going to take it. And he shoved that fucking racist kid back. And he shoved him all the way to the stands. And that was a great scene. And, hey, that was a clean block. It went to the whistle, and he still got a flag.
Right.
Which even the coach was like, what the fuck? And he goes, excessive blocking, which is not a penalty. Yeah. Basically, there's one more racism there. Oh, no, this is what made him want to be protective. The coach was arguing he got because the racist kid kicked him in the head when he was down. Okay, yep. And then he got a flag because the coach was screaming, are you going to do something about that? What the hell? And then he throws the flag and calls it on the coach who was arguing about it. Mm-hmm. And he starts screaming at the ref even more. This is my player. I protect him. I'll always protect him. Yeah. And that's what Michael Oher goes.
Oh, we're family.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's okay. Nice.
I wonder how it really went down.
Yeah. Well,
that sounds very smooth.
Yeah. It's very down. Like, listen, you're gonna make a lot of money in NFL if you just
say this is what this is how it went down. Like you blocked him so good that he's never been blocked like that.
Yeah. He threw him into the back of the wall, and which was funny when he did it because it was by the buses. And he goes, "Why'd you push him that far?" He goes, "Because he needed to leave. He needed to get on the bus." And he pushed him over the fence to the bus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that kid was woozy the rest of the game, and the redneck dad was a little disappointed. I'm sure somebody got a whooping when they got home.
Oh, yeah.
You picked the switch, boy. I'm going to do it myself. Yeah.
But he saw right then and there, he's like, that boy's going to make it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cha-ching.
You know what? I like that kid. Let me get on board, too, before.
Yeah. He's like, I want to adopt him, too.
Yeah. I'm racist, but not that racist. Not support that boy, Michael Oher. Yeah. He's one of us.
Michael does not want to live at that house. No. He's got it better at the mansion.
All right.
Michael, stay at the Taco Bell house. You're better off, believe me.
It's just them down south teams, man. They be super hyped about their high school.
Oh, God, yeah.
Stars. Like, you can be racist as you want to be. Yeah. But you love freaking Tyrone Jenkins that's freaking out there killing for your team. Like, you know what? He's all right.
Exactly.
He's all right. Like, you know what? Some other people might not be there, but not Tyrone. See, that's why all people aren't like that.
Yeah.
It's the other people I don't like.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So they high school stars be legends.
Oh yeah, the Townsy people are hanging out at the feed store like, oh, you watched Tyrone Jenkins last week? Oh, hell of a run.
Yeah,
hell of a run.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can see it, yeah.
For real.
Do you think he should be able to vote? Well, let's calm down a little bit here.
Yeah, you stretching it now.
I just said he had a good game. Let's not go over the top here. Well, yeah, that's what goes on. Yeah, they love their but yeah, the team's killing. They're winning. I mean, he's destroying these little white kids all over, dominating them. But the little boy who was their little brother, he's filming the games, and he sends a CD-ROM. That's how old this movie is. To like this recruiting place, some company, whatever, and he's blowing up.
They own him, yeah.
They love this kid. I mean, we're getting big dogs are calling the house. We got Nick Saban, Lou Holtz. I'm trying to remember who else was it Tuberville? All the big time college coaches. Yeah, he's getting recruiting calls, and I think that's when the Tucci's
kind of
cha-ching
kind of stepped in.
Yeah,
they saw that he had the potential to go to these different colleges.
Yeah.
Now they had leverage when it came to anything with Ole Miss too. But don't think that they didn't get paid.
Oh, they talk
mean?
about that in the movie, and I think they whitewashed that, as we could say, for lack of a better term, what happened there. Yeah, because a whole family went to Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is like Tennessee, LSU, all their rivals are recruiting him. But that's the thing, yeah. And then that's when the family sits down, like, hey, would you like to be part of the family? We'd like to take legal guardianship over you, and
exactly.
And so it's like, whoa, what the hell? I mean, that was sweet at the moment, but we know later on.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But yeah, in the movie he ends up, he gets recruited. I mean, we have cameo appearances. The only bad acting I would say is from the coaches. It was like fake, but
yeah.
But Ed Orgeron, at the time, was the coach of Ole Miss. The mom's giving him tips to make him feel good. Don't take him to a titty bar. He gets nervous. Don't take him to a scary movie. Make sure he's in bed by 10. Because I guess
she knows all of this about him now.
Yeah, she's getting Ed Orgeron. Because, she goes on the recruiting visits. They have him have fun. It's the good time party. He said he doesn't like that, so you do this. And,
he don't like. He's a Christian now.
Yeah, he's a Christian. Trust me.
Before that, he didn't even know that Jesus was his savior.
She's like, there's probably something. I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I see where you get it. I could see she probably had kind of like a slave master mentality. Like, I'm helping you. Like, yeah.
Read this book, boy.
In
fact, don't read it. Let me read it to you.
Yeah, she's got to have her own version, and it's. I
want you to read now.
Yeah, that's. Man, he ends up going to Ole Miss, which is a great school. I mean, that's a good football school, and alma mater to Eli Manning, 2-time Super Bowl champion. So it's a lot of, and Michael Orr went there, and but that's the thing. He goes there, everything's going great, we're all happy, and the NCAA calls an investigation, from what you said.
Yep.
Yeah, what's kind of weird.
What are you doing, lady?
Yeah, what the hell? Your mom and dad are, what do you call it? Boosters. They pay. Your tutor's a booster for the school and everything. And it did. So they think they were, which I suspect heavily, and then they might got up like, hey, he's going to school here. We adopted him. Wink, wink. And
his mom gave us full custody. We have it in Brighton.
Right, yeah, that's right there. And Nancy, she's at the thing. She's interrogating him like he's a cop. He's just this kid. Like, what the fuck? I just want to play football. And he runs out, and she put in their head that they, which probably was true, they just used you to get to go to Ole Miss. And he runs away.
Yeah, this
was the thing. And then she finds him. Well, she doesn't find him in the area. He goes to that area by himself.
With the guys again.
The guy, the jailer, and they're like, "Hey, come in."
Come on now. He was like, "All right, cool. You know what?
Yeah, I'll come party.
This life ain't so bad."
It didn't look glamorous, but as he goes to the door, he's like, "Yeah, I'm just looking for my mom. I can't find her." He's like, "Oh yeah, she comes around here this time for a fix." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh boy, you don't need to go that low. Come on, man." He goes, "No, come in. Let's party. Come in." So they goes in. They have 40s. There's babies. Babies crying, and it's like the best party.
Yeah, it was like one of them parties where you can just come out no matter what's going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, hey, you gotta work in the morning, come out.
Yeah,
you don't got a babysitter, come out. You underage, come out. I mean, just like,
yeah. It was, and then. Well, the guy's like, hey, I hear you're playing college ball. You come here, you can make some money.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is when it gets bad. The drug dealer, the guy of the group goes, you still living with that white woman? And he goes, yeah, she's fine. And she have a daughter? Yeah. And he was like, I want a mom and daughter kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or ain't having that shit.
Family. That's when he snapped on him.
Yeah, he snapped. And the thing is, he got in his face, and he shows him his gun. And Michael Oher still
don't care.
Yeah. This is the scene I don't believe really happened in real life. I believe there because I'm like, look, I know you're a big guy. You're very strong. But everybody's armed in that room. There's no way you're going to stop bullets and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
he pushes them over. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like, those are his guys. You just going to beat their leader up?
Yeah.
In
take
front
them
of
all.
them? Yeah.
They all came at him with the guns, and he's Batman. He's like knocking guns away and pushing people, and we don't use guns. And then he pushes them into a crib, and the baby falls out of the crib. Remember that? The mom's like, oh, it's like, yeah, maybe I should leave. This isn't fun.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to watch that part again.
Yeah, it was very Batman. It was very cool. But it's the part I don't believe, because, look, I don't care how tough you are. If 5 guys with guns...
It's not going to happen.
No, you're not the Dark Knight. That's not going to work. But he got out of there, and he calls Sandra Bullock, and he's at the laundromat where he hangs, and he's sad, and she's like, I'm going to take care of you. You do whatever you want. Do you want to go to Tennessee? You don't want to go to Ole Miss? You can do whatever you want. Yeah. And because it's your life. She's a good woman. And then, he still wants to go to Ole Miss. Tells the recruiting violation lady, you never asked me why I wanted to go to Ole Miss. Because maybe I want to go there because my family went there.
Family.
She's like, okay, no problem. End of it. Investigation. That's good enough for me. And he goes to Ole Miss, and they go to the campus, and the whole family. But these cute ladies walk by. You see Michael Oher give a little look. Even the dad was like, You saw that? He was even giving a look. He goes, oh, you're gonna do fine just here, son. You're gonna be okay.
These white women.
Yeah. They're. I think one of them was mixed though, so I think maybe the dad's like the forbidden fruit,
that one, right?
Yeah, my daddy would roll over in his grave, but goddamn,
that's Thomas Jefferson's granddaughter.
Yeah, he's like, Yeah, and he's like, don't let the wife see this. But goes to Ole Miss, everything is great. He, as we all know. It's great over at Ole Miss, goes to the first round of the NFL, and the end of the movie and the credits is just current day scenes.
Yeah.
But this is with the part. This is the thing I want to get into. And current day, this is making news. Michael Oher is suing that family currently. You said earlier before the show, I think you said off air, you said there's something you're jealous of Michael Oher.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I was saying basically for the whole fact that he was adopted by a white family who believed in him. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy when you got your own family don't believe in you. You know what I mean? This kid right here got some real financial backing behind him. He got shown actually the way to make it to the NFL. You know what I mean? Based on a God-given talent. You know what I mean? Like, this man right here got paid. At the end of the day, I don't see where he can sue.
Well, this is the reason. They signed a conservatorship. So when so they were making money off of him without him knowing, kind of like the Britney Spears thing where the dad had control of the finances. So there was millions of dollars made from this movie that he did not get a dime for.
Yeah, he didn't get
Everybody in the family got a dime. Like
the younger brother,
the sister, the mom and dad, and Michael Oher it's his namesake. What was it? They each got 200. Yeah, this is what happened. This reason he was suing. The family, each person would receive $225,000 plus 2.5% of all future defined net proceeds. So they're making money on the back end on top of it.
Yeah,
he didn't get a dime from that,
and that's wild. Like, you don't even cut him in there. That right there shows that you were exactly what people said in the beginning, a booster.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Exactly. That was even worse
because you knew about all of that. You knew about the legal type things that you can make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Off of royalties, all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah, she knew. Yeah, I mean, he still made his money from football, but this book, it was a book and then a movie, and his likeness is in the movie, his name. So he did win as of right now, he's free from the conservatorship, but there's still more to go here.
He was still under the conservatorship?
Yeah, just till recently, 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
And he didn't know about this. Like, he didn't know this thing.
Because they didn't even adopt him, right? They just had him under the conservatorship.
Yeah, legal guardian. So he thought, you just want me to be a family and be part of your family. Yeah. And they are signing something over. And
the crazy thing about it, it was like no legal or medical justification for him to even have a conservatorship.
No. They disguised it under, hey, we're here. We're your guardians. We're here for you. We're your family. We love you. And if you need insurance, whatever, But deep down, see, I would sue too, and he's pissed. And so, yeah, he got that. So far, there's still some going on here, but I think he should. It's looking good.
Yeah.
He was fine. This is like 2 weeks ago as of the time we're filming. Was been split. Oh, yeah, the money's been split equally between the parents and the kids. And the Tui say they share. The family said that his share was paid to them, and they never gave it to him. They paid the taxes for the money, but never gave him the money. So he's got a legitimate beef here. Yeah. So right now this is a current thing. It's ongoing, and this wonderful white family were just scumbags and ruthless.
I think we need to look into the Kaepernicks now.
Yes. Oh, is he adopted?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah, he made a good chunk with that lawsuit.
Gotta look into the Kaepernicks.
Huh, I did not know that. I thought that was his. Oh, I'm learning a lot of new stuff today here.
Yeah.
I did not know. I did not know he was adopted. Wow.
Oh, yeah, they had to take that boy to get his French braids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We gonna take it where those are interesting.
Yeah, he sued the NFL and made quite a bit of money. So it's like they better not be taking a dime out of that.
Yeah. Well, I know they didn't have a conservatorship under him or anything like that. I think they actually did adopt him.
They actually did love him. They weren't using him.
They loved him. They didn't understand his culture, and they did the best they can. You know what I mean?
That's a way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like black people need to balance it. You know what I mean? Like, go just get a couple hood dudes, go adopt a white kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bring him to the hood. See what shit he got.
That's
you know
a
what I mean? Like, this kid gonna grow up and have good credit. You know what I mean? Let me exploit his ass when he get older. You know
That'd
what I mean?
Good movie.
Start putting Nissan's Maximas in his name, all kinds of shit.
I have a Sentra.
I got
they don't get whiter than that, folks. Yeah, that'd be funny. They adopt a white kid. He has good credit. They adopt him. His credit goes bad.
Yeah, let's make it.
That is a great
Geof is gonna be the guy when he grows up, and we gonna think he had good credit, but he really ain't gonna have good credit.
I'm in high school. I'm walking around all happy. Everything's good. Oh yeah, I don't have more than one pair of clothes.
You know, we got you in G-Unit clothes and shit growing up and shit. You know what I mean? In G-Unit clothes and shit, like going to school, got all of the shit for the black kids. But you know what? He's still gonna have good credit. Look, Geof, look, you gotta manage your money a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, we try to teach you how to
investment and all that.
You grow up and this credit is to shit. He get his first credit card and run it up.
I'm wearing a throwback Jordan Bullets jersey. I'm just like, you're a Bullets fan? No.
Right.
It just matches my shoes.
You know
like, that's a Sam
exactly.
That's a Sam
matches my shoes. But that's real, though. That's a real joke.
Oh, that could be a good movie idea.
I think so.
Keep this out of the podcast. We're going to work on a screenplay.
We're going to work on a screenplay.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good, man.
Let's do it.
Well, a few questions after the show we do here. We like to talk about, usually one of my favorite things we do, we can't do it because we got a real answer. It's like, what's happening to these characters today? What do you think happened to them? We make up something. Well, things are happening, and it's not very pleasant.
Well, we can make up the outcome.
The outcome, Michael wins the lawsuit and gets that millions back, and the Tuies are on the street working at Taco Bell.
And working at Taco Bell, and the daughter is actually smart and says, you know what? I've always loved you.
Yeah.
And marries him and takes the money back.
Oh, shit.
Plot thickens.
Oh, okay. I like that. He nothing like a sweet-looking hot chick that make you go, okay, this is dangerous, but I'll do it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He don't know what a prenup is, so he just went ahead and got. Then it ain't like the Drake statement, like, you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. I actually was. My family was the gym. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
She get the money back, split it back with her family.
Okay, now we got a sequel.
Yep.
We got a sequel. Yeah, we talk about things like one thing. Yeah, we talk about what they're doing, but obviously we know what's going on right now, and we got a sequel, and I'm sure that could probably happen. One of your final thoughts on? Do you think the movie holds up today?
Yeah, I think it's always gonna hold up when there's poverty levels. You know what I mean? Yeah. When it's poverty close to, you know what I mean, rich. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I think the kids are gonna be adopted by, you know, families, and these kids are gonna have talents, and it's not just black kids. It's gonna be kids across the board. You know what I mean? Yeah. That have the opportunity to be under conservatorship. Guardianship.
We didn't find that till after the movie, but there's I feel personally, I mean, football, it was a good heartwarming story until we found the truth. And then the football scenes were good because the guy who played Michael Orr, which is my bad for not remembering his name, I mean, he looked like he was hitting motherfuckers pretty good. So the football scenes look good. I think the story was, the acting was excellent. Sandra won the Oscar for it, and she had a good Southern accent. You know, I didn't feel like it was a phony thing from her. Some people, you're like, oh my God, this is being put on. She nailed it, I thought. Yeah.
Cast, overall good, and good actors. Did it deserve an Oscar? Yeah. Or whatever it won. But I mean, it was a good storyline. They made sure that it was written well, whether it was exaggerated or not. I think that I thought it was a good story. But if it came out today in 2023, what do you think? I
think it would, because it's football's biggest sport in America. We don't know the story. If we didn't know the story,
okay. I guess it would have to be one of them situations if we didn't know the story.
Because the thing is, this movie isn't. I mean, it is a sports movie. It's about playing sports, but most of it is about a relationship between her and him feeling like he has a mother or a home for once. It was more of a heartwarming movie. I got that feeling from it.
Yeah. And then that always works. Whether you got to put it on Lifetime or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They
at the end of the day, right?
You got big stars. You can't put Lifetime. Yeah, you got Sandra Bullock. This ain't going on Christmas.
You know what? We don't think this is going to hold up. We're not going to get Sandra Bullock this year, but we definitely might be able to get who would be a good replacement?
The girl who played Helen on Wings from the 90s. We'll find her. I'm sure she'll definitely do it. Do you, on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you rate it?
I would definitely give it probably, because at the time I watched it, I really enjoyed it. I would give it probably about a 4.
4, yeah, I give it 4.5, 5, because I actually was like, man, this is a good movie. I wanted to hate these yuppie white people, but I actually liked it. I was like, this is a good feeling.
Yeah.
Until the real news came out.
Until the real news.
2 weeks ago. Then I'm like, okay, now fuck these people. But no, the acting was good. It's a very nice story. And it did very well at the box office, $308 million. That's, like I said, in 2009 when it came out, that's like, I don't know. That's still not Spider-Man level, but it's pretty good.
Exactly. And I mean, for the simple fact of talking about it from your perspective as well, I'm going to go watch it in your perspective.
Yeah. See,
and try to see what points, you know what?
Yeah, see, Geof is cynical and an asshole. You got to see it from I fuck these people and fuck these teachers. Your job is to teach. It's in the title of the job, you moron. And coach. Jesus. All right. Yeah, I'm not sending I don't have any football quality kids, but if I did, they would not be going to whatever shithole they were at.
Right.
Oh no, but Lamar, thank you so much. You're coming back for another show where we talk about
definitely that'll
we'll give a little tease of the movie you're going to do next time.
Blue Chips.
Yes, Blue Chips. Nick Nolte,
Penny Hardaway.
Yes, Penny Hardaway and Shaq. They have legitimate decent sized roles in it, so this isn't cameo bullshit. This is like.
Yep, and this was around when they first kind of entered to the league. I want to say Penny might have been in the league maybe 1 year.
Yeah, he was a rookie. I remember Shaq probably a couple years.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how they marketed the movie. I remember it was Shaq because, he was the biggest thing at the time, him and Jordan.
Breaking down rims and stuff. So that'd be cool.
But we'll get into that next episode with Lamar. And thank you. It was very fun, man.
Appreciate you. It was fun. Definitely.
Thank you for tuning in to Field of Jokes, and hit subscribe, like, share, and see you next time with Blue Chips.
Yes, sir.